Doopity doop doop. So this wasn't any of the newer games I should have been playing, but ho-hum. Let's all pretend my failure to review a AAA view-generating game is a sign of my inherent credibility rather than my sheer incompetence. That aside, let's do this. Did you like Battlefleet Gothic but would have preferred the battles to be turn-based or 3D rather than 2D in real time? Did you like Battlefleet Gothic but would have... Oh wait, let's cut this short. If you like Battlefleet Gothic Armada, you'll probably like this. Unless you have strong feelings against not crashing your space fleet into the sun and regressing to the Stone Age, this is a game you should consider picking up. So say we all. Battlestar Galactica Deadlock was a game released in 2017 with DLC released recently. You get skirmish modes and multiplayer, but the base star of the show so far for me is the campaign. But let us not get ahead of ourselves. BSGD is based on the newer BSG series. Why the sun? But set well before it. If you like the new series, great. If you don't like the new series, great. If you win, you can pretend you stopped the new series from happening. For Evil Group, this game represents a win. BSGD, as stated, is unlike BFGA in regard one major factor. People still play BSGD online. No, wait, hold up. With Battlestar Galactica Deadlock being turn-based rather than real-time, kind of feels more like a tabletop game than Battlefleet Gothic Armada did. Thanks to the age of computers, this tabletop experience can be expanded into the vertical. Do not adjust your TV sets. As a big old fan of tabletop games, BSGD gets a lot right. However, the control of fighters and missiles can be time-consuming. This shouldn't be much of an issue outside of multiplayer. The graphics are serviceable but somewhat basic, with the game running on fairly light computers. A mixed blessing, but maybe a turn-off for anyone intending to get their money's worth out of their Titan X's. The Cylon ships called Revenants can only be described using words I avoid in these reviews, and criminally don't even start the game with a battle star, which almost forced me to rage quit. Right then, balance aside, let's get on with the gushing. The campaign is awesome. Set following Cylon assaults across colonial space, command now passes to you in your mobile shipyard, the Daedalus. You must maintain the faith of the Quorum by combating the Cylon threat across Cyranus with, depending on the difficulty settings, potentially stretched resources, while also finding yourself often outgunned. The difficulty comes in 3 flavors with an added option for persistent damage, providing for a more casual story-focused play or a full-blown challenge depending on your tastes. The bulk of the game revolves around the battles shown throughout this review, which are a satisfying tactical affair, rewarding an understanding of your firing arcs and effective prioritization of enemy targets. Between the battles, the game becomes a bit of a 4X light with research, shipbuilding, and the hiring of admirals and the management of fleets. Rather than exploration though, this game is about survival and not letting humanity become little more than a string of code in the memory of some fracking Cylon toaster. I am a massive fan of what this game does, and if you wishlisted this game for some time but overlook it every time it's on sale, stop letting yourself and the colonies down and commit. Oh, and the replays are awesome, especially when you've killed a Revenant. The sounds and voice acting set the scene very well too. Well then, I can only assume this will have wildly overran, so whoops. Thanks for watching. If you want to help a goth out, check out some of my other stuff, sub, share, or do something with one of my groups. Toodle pip for now and happy gaming.